Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gamesquare's channel. Thank you for joining us. Here we dive into the latest exciting updates to the company, and today we are joined by a special guest who will be coming on much more frequently coming soon, President of Gamesquare, Kevin Wright. Kevin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course, I'm very glad to have you. So let's start it off real simply. Give us a little bit of an intro to you. Tell us about the journey that led you to Gamesquare.
Yeah, I mean the short version of a long career is self-taught programmer, moved through the internet boom, got into really interesting programming, wanted to make more business decisions. So I went back to school, left the science and the art of programming behind. Got an MBA in Ontario, which is what brought me out to Toronto, and then made my way through corporate strategy at Rogers Communications, biggest telco provider and wireless provider in Canada. That led to an opportunity to move into investment banking in research because of the depth of knowledge that I had in wireless technologies. And then that grew into a role at Canaccord Genuity, where I took over as a tech analyst there and joined their really strong tech research team and a really strong investment banking team over there. And over time, that led into online gaming and some fintech names. And all the way through there, people were talking about esports and it's the next thing. And it wasn't until Bughaw won the $3 million in the Fortnite that it became really clear to me that now it is a real thing and it's not just a dream and an idea. And so that's what led me into Gamesquare, and what I'm doing now was the sea change of esports becoming more Main Street from this peripheral idea that people didn't really understand.
Interesting. So yeah, you've always been in the technology sector, so to speak, and then you went and cut your teeth in the business side of things, and I kind of wound up here. So tell us what your day looks like as the president of Gamesquare. What is it that you actually do?
Yeah, we've got a lot of things going on, so no day is the same. And it's funny, I was just saying that same thing to my daughter, because she said, Dad, why don't I do this interview and you can eat a popsicle and relax. And sure. I said, I'll tell you, kid, every day is different. So my roles vary from working on M&A. We've been very active in terms of buying really good quality companies, working through the financial models of how do those look, to sort of the bare bones execution of reviewing employment contracts, looking at consulting contracts, and working with Justin on the strategy of how we take these really strong assets that we've brought together and really start to execute on delivering the digital media agency side and incorporating it with this really strong team that we have in the digital media assets that we have through Complexity, which, by the way, they came over the Virtus Pro today. So great job at the CSGO tournament.
Awesome, Kevin. So from here, what would you say that is the thing you're most excited about coming for Gamesquare in the future that you're allowed to share?
It's the execution. So we've got great assets in, GCN, Cut and Sew, Complexity, Code Red, 3 really strong agencies and 1 really strong esports org. Now that we've incorporated and bringing them together, it's how do we grow this to the biggest esports org in the world? So it's extremely exciting to be looking at the digital streamers, the influencers that we're looking to bring into our org. And we've already told folks that we're going to deliver $28 million of revenue next year. And so that's executing on it. And, I'd love to say, we'll do 7 million in Q4, and that'll give the clear trajectory of what we're doing. But, we need to be executing so that we can give folks that strong sense of comfort that $28 million is very achievable, and that we can update our guidance along the way.
Wonderful, Kevin. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for giving the intro to yourself. And everybody, if you have any questions for Kevin, don't be afraid to send them over and we'll happily dive into those. We love when you guys interact with us. But for now, stay tuned. We'll get you some more news when it comes through. Kevin, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.